Hey, hope you can hear me okay, otherwise I'm wasting my time. So you'll note in this video I'm wearing glasses. Well done. So I have to wear them, obviously. I don't wear them for their aesthetic beauty, and certainly not so that they hide the natural beauty of my real eyes. Not that I've got fake eyes anymore, but just, you get what I mean. You'll hear a sort of a sound like this. That's the air conditioning in the background because it is fucking hot still in the UK. It's about time it's starting to cool down. But the UK, aside from being a really shit place to live, if it's got anything going for it, it's the unpredictability of the weather, apparently. And so here we are, having got ourselves almost to the end of August, which I have to say, if you can predict the weather in 1 month, it could be August. August is, of course, summer holiday time for children, and it is almost always guaranteed that during August you'll see very little sun. You'll see a lot of cloud, some rain, and it'll just be humid and sticky. I guess I would say generally unpleasant. But not this August. This August we have effectively had the continuation of a heat wave that started, I don't know, Christ, back in June, I think. With the odd, it's had intermittent periods, I assume, of rest. The sun has gone and taken a break somewhere, but not for long, because then it's been back. And despite all of these headlines that I see, that I never read in detail, but I see these comments from the Meteorological Office or BBC headline: weather cooling soon, cooler weather to come, floods, volcanoes due to erupt, that kind of thing. Well, those things haven't happened, much to my disappointment, because there comes a point in a country like the United Kingdom, a country that is dysfunctional even when things are normal. So when you have something extraordinary like this kind of weather that we've experienced, I mean, it's a shit show, frankly. And we have no air conditioning. I have a car, it's an old car, but it's got air conditioning, the air conditioning of a far more youthful vehicle. For that I am very grateful. Maybe following on in that theme, the very main character of this video, who's that, you wonder? Well, you're stupid enough, because it's me. So the main character of this video, me, person whose head you can just about see, I am similar to my car. Only in one way, of course, and that is that I look far younger. I behave in a way that is far younger than you'd expect, coming from a man of my years, my maturity. Because I'm not mature, I'm stubbornly immature. But against God's gift that comes with that stubborn immaturity is stubborn good looks. And I have retained them, and I am stubbornly good looking. I mean, that's the way I always describe myself to people, if I'm asked, and I'm not. So that's the way I would. Look, what's the point of this channel? I don't know, frankly. I'm a man with far too little in my head and far too much space and time to know what to do. I'm at a loss. And I thought, you know what, the one thing that YouTube's unlikely to censor, but it certainly hasn't done so far to my knowledge, is nonsense. It censors everything else. It censors anything of genuine importance. It certainly, most definitely censors anything that could have a hint of truthfulness about it. So, this is going to be a channel and the start of a series of videos that really are designed to waste your time. I'm wasting my time, but I'm doing that because I've got time to waste. If you watch these videos, effectively what you are is someone who's got time to waste, and you actually you can't even be asked to make your own stupid videos. You just watch mine. That's sad. So I'm going to talk to you about many things. Many of them actually are true stories from my past. Almost all of them are true. They're definitely all from my past, not from my future. That is a gift I would love to have, the ability to see into my future. Perhaps not. But if I was somebody else, maybe I would want to do that. Not look into my future, look into that person's future, if I was them. You understand my point about this being a pointless video. That's the point of the video. And I think, so far, a mere 6 minutes in, I can't believe 6 minutes that they've flown by. I've driven in a large loop at the moment. So I've just driven up to a roundabout, I've gone round it, driving back now. So I was intending to drive to a specific location, a National Trust location, to take some photographs, just to while away my time. And I realised I was lost, and I've gone the wrong way. So that's because men, as you know, unlike women, men aren't very good at doing more than one thing at a time. But here's the thing with men. We do that one thing. We do it well. We don't do half the job. We do a whole job on its own, in isolation of any other job, and we do it well. And for that, men, any of you who are listening, well look, you're listening to me, so you're doing nothing, and you're wasting your time, and you're doing it well, because you're not doing anything else. I hope not, anyway. There's other places for that kind of stuff. So that's, I guess, why I'm here. Now look, I've got a car, as you might have realised. You don't need to be in Sherlock Holmes. It looks like I've got a sunroof. I haven't. I don't know why it looks like that. I like it, actually, the way it looks. I absolutely haven't got a sunroof. I do have a car, though, and I'm driving it right now. Now that car has got a dashboard, the usual stuff on it, all that clutter, speedometer, revometer, whatever you call it, and even more useful, a petrol gauge. Unfortunately, in my car, that petrol gauge is not currently working. I've just realised I've gone the wrong way again. That petrol gauge isn't working, or the speedometer, or the revometer, whatever it's called. Nothing's working on the dashboard. It's because of a blown fuse. I was successful in changing that blown fuse. I was quite proud of myself, because I don't know anything about cars, but I kind of went onto a BMW 4, and apparently it's a common problem. I found out where the fuse box is. I found the fuse. It's fucking awkward to get to. I don't know why they placed the fuse box behind the glove compartment, which then means you have to have nimble arms and wrists. So yeah, there. That's something positive about myself. And secondly, you need a flashlight. So that isn't obviously anything positive about me. But you need two hands. I guess that's good that I've got. I should be thankful. So you need two hands, one of them holding a flashlight and the other one to fuck about trying to pull these bloody fuses out. And I was okay for the last 6 months, intermittently changing the same fuse, which would of course blow every time. And of course those car mechanics, amongst them, I don't know, 5 or 10 of you who will have a look at this video, those of you who are car mechanics, of which I hope there are none, because I'm sure you have actually got stuff to do by mending people's cars, you will know that changing the same fuse repeatedly is like treating a symptom without even considering what the cause could be. All the while, the cause, let's say it's an illness, right? The cause of the illness itself, the cause of the problem of the fuse blowing. I know an illness won't blow a fuse, just let me stretch the fucking metaphor. Is getting worse and worse. That is the case here. So what has been happening while I've been changing that fuse every time? Yeah, it's given me some maybe a day before it blows again. Now what it does do is it gives me an idea of how much petrol I've got. So in those few moments it's working, I think, okay, great, I've still got a few miles left. At the moment I'm flying blind, not literally flying, I'm driving, but I'm driving, I've got a clue. I could run out of petrol at any point. It adds a certain degree of risk. Sort of, if it's not much of a risk. If I break down, it's just more of an inconvenience. I've got all the time in the world, so it doesn't really make a difference to me. It's certainly inconvenient though, and that gives it a bit of an extra thrill. So if you pick up any hint of excitement in my voice, I doubt you will, frankly, because I'm not excited. But if you were to, at any point, that'll be the reason. It's certainly not because I'm making this video. I can assure you of that. So look, I'm just going to, I guess, kick this one off with a true story. Look, I've already uploaded one video. I uploaded it as a, what do you call it, as a premiere over fun. Right, but I did anyway, right, just because you can. And it was about a dragonfly. Oh, I've changed my mind. I was going to tell you another story about a dragonfly, same dragonfly actually. But you know what, I'm not going to do it because I've heard as well that if you upload too many videos at once, just because you're excited about it, I'm not, then you kind of, it has a deleterious impact on the viewing numbers of said video. So you're better off putting one video out a day, you know, or a week, whatever, and then you stick to that rhythm. I'm not going to do any of that, just to be very clear about it, because I'm not that kind of person. I am not a man. You're not looking at a man. The man here, this man. You are not looking at a man who has ambition. I am not expecting, although let's be clear, I'll be quite happy if it happens, and miracles do happen. I'm not expecting that my channel is going to take off. Fly anywhere. In fact, my expectation is it will languish on the ground, in the sheds, in some swamp, and I'll lose the 32 subscribers I originally had because the videos I'm making now have got absolutely nothing to do with the content I used to post on this channel with all 32 subscribers who are probably all dead by now. So anyway, I'll lose them, and I therefore may just lose subscribers that on paper it looks like I've got. Like I said, they're not active. I'm sure they've grown up, they're leading productive lives, and they've got kind of, well, either that or they're dead, right? So one or the other, or they're very ill, they're in hospital. Maybe they've gone off grid. They don't watch or listen to anything apart from birds and nature. And I do like nature. I'm actually going now to a National Trust location. I won't tell you where, apart from folks in the United Kingdom. And I'm going to take some photographs there of nature at its finest. Not really, because actually this time of year and this time of day, just not good. So midday, sort of like what it is for me, 20 to 2. I didn't get up until 10. But this time of day is generally like the worst kind of light. Everything's bleached out. This time of year, after the shit summer we've had where it's been blisteringly hot, everything's brown. And so it's brown, wilted, and bleached out. So I doubt I'm going to get much in the way of interesting photographs, but it adds an artistic challenge. I like an artistic challenge. I like, as an artist, not painting. I'm not painting artist. In fact, look, I'll tell you a funny story while I'm here. And this is as all my stories are. This is a true story. This is a true story. I was so bad at art as a young man. I'm talking, I think I was probably 12. Many things happened when I was 12, I think, because it's the only age that often springs to mind. Let's say 11 or 12. Now look, this is a bit of a, I don't know, I mean, it's a strange story, but it is short, so it's good. I was so bad at art, and I still am, that my art teacher mistook my lack of talent, apparently. I don't know how, this is my thing. See, now I look back on it with a degree of cynicism and suspicion, because this art teacher phoned my parents one evening. It was the evening of the day that I had been in art class. In fact, in that particular art class, I was gazing out of the window in a very unartistic fashion, and I was laughing because I had set off stink bombs all around the music. It was called the Music Lab, right? That was ridiculous. It's just a building with some musical instruments in it, and that's where everyone went when you had to go to music and listen to shit. So I put off a load of stink bomb stuff all around there, and I was enjoying watching the chaos it had created. So anyway, my art teacher decided that only someone who was a true artistic genius could create paintings as bad as mine. He thought that I was actually bored and that I was rebelling, and that I must therefore be a genius, a genius artist. Now that, it doesn't hang together, it makes no sense. And now I have to say, because he was then offering to provide private tutoring for me to help me with my paintbrush express myself and bring out my full genius. My mum, who picked up the phone, always a lady to speak the plain truth, particularly when it was critical of me, was very quick to say, no, he's he's retarded at art. He can't draw anything. He can't even draw a dog, other than it being like an oval shape with 4 straight appendages, no idea of perspective, a tail, and then sort of like another circle as a head, and two triangles as ears, that kind of thing. She said that is like the peak of his artistic brilliance. And so that, I guess, put that paedophile to bed. Not with me. I hasten to add. Hopefully only on his own. There you go, that's the end of that short story. It's a true one. And I'll leave you with that to ponder. Goodbye, thanks for listening. And go and fucking do something useful.